Hello and welcome to Free Spirit Yoga. I'm Sally. I've had a few people mention to me recently that they're suffering from low back pain, so I thought I'd make a quick video to show you a few stretches that you can practice to help to relieve low back pain and to also help to strengthen your low back muscles to help prevent low back pain in the future. If you are suffering from low back pain and you're going to practice these stretches, then just remember to listen very closely to your body, to be very cautious and gentle, and if you feel that it's making your pain worse, then obviously you need to stop doing the stretch and rest. Okay, let's get started. So I'm going to come over to my mat. If you don't have a mat, that's no problem. Just put a towel or something on the floor. Okay, so we're going to start off in child's pose. So I'm going to come and sit back on my heels with my knees slightly apart. There's a couple of different variations of child's pose. I'm going to show you both of them. So the first one is with your arms by your side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come forwards, trying to keep my bottom on my heels, or as close to my heels as I can, and I'm going to bring my forehead to the mat. Now I'm going to bring my arms by my side with my palms facing up to the ceiling, and I'm just going to rest here, breathing slowly and deeply. That's the first variation. The second variation is with your arms stretched out in front of you. Okay? So again, we're going to come forwards, trying to keep our bottom on our heels, bring our forehead to the mat. This time we're going to have our arms stretched out in front of us, about shoulder distance apart, straight arms, and again, just breathing slowly and deeply. You can hold either of those poses for as long as you feel comfortable. If you feel like resting there for a while, go ahead. Or you can just hold it for about 30 seconds or so. Okay, the next stretch we're going to practice is where we just hug our knee to our chest. So we're going to come and lay on the floor, starting with both legs straight. We're going to bend one knee, hug our knee in towards the chest. So we're going to interlock our fingers around the shin, just below the knee. Head on the floor, gently hug our knee in towards our chest. Again, hold it for about 30 seconds or so, or 3 to 5 nice, long, slow, deep breaths. If it feels good, you can hold it for longer. And then practice the same stretch on the other side. The next stretch we're going to practice is called Reclined Pigeon. I'm going to start off with my knees bent, laying on my back. I'm going to leave one foot on the floor and I'm going to cross the other leg over so that my ankle is resting on the thigh just above the knee. I'm going to take this hand, I'm going to feed it through the gap in between my legs, lift this foot up off the floor, interlock my fingers behind the thigh, head back down to the floor, and just gently hug my thigh in towards my body. Again, hold it for 30 seconds, 3 to 5 breaths, as long as you feel comfortable. And then change the cross, practice that on the other side. So that's Reclined Pigeon. We can also just do a pelvic tilt, so we're going to come to rest both feet on the floor, knees bent, arms by our side, palms facing down into the floor. We're just going to rock the pelvis backwards and forwards, small movement, massaging the lower back. Okay, now I'm going to come up onto all fours and I'm going to practice a pose called the CatCow Stretch. So on all fours in tabletop position, hands directly underneath your shoulders, nice straight arms, spread the fingers on your hands so you've got a nice stable base, knees about hip distance apart and feet about the same distance apart as your knees. We're going to move with our breath between two poses, the cat stretch and the cow stretch. So first we're going to come into the cat stretch. We're going to inhale, and then as we exhale we're going to round our back up towards the ceiling, tuck our head under to look towards our belly button. Nice big stretch like a cat stretching. And then as we inhale, I'm going to look up to the ceiling, dip my belly down to the floor and raise my sit bones up. This is the cow stretch. Exhale, rounding my back, tucking my head to look underneath my body into the cat stretch. Inhale, look up towards the ceiling, dip my belly, raise my sit bones into the cow stretch. Keep on moving at your pace with your breath. And again, you can practice that for a few rounds, however long you feel comfortable. Maybe you really enjoy it and you want to go on for a couple of minutes. Okay, and then last of all, we're going to come into Sphinx Pose. We're going to come and lay on our tummy. We're going to place our elbows directly underneath our shoulders. Our arms are facing forwards, parallel to each other, about shoulder distance apart. Again, spread the fingers on your hands so that you've got a nice stable base there. The legs are together. And then it's just ever such a small stretch. What we're going to do is we're going to inhale, we're just going to look up towards the ceiling and push our chest forwards. This is really good for strengthening the low back. If you feel able to, you can just straighten your arms and increase that stretch, but pay very close attention to how your low back feels. If you need to, just stay in the initial position with your arms bent. Okay, so there are just a few stretches that you can practice to help relieve low back pain. I hope they help. Okay, thank you very much.